Now for a session produced by our underwriter, the Walton Family Foundation. Here to discuss engaging the next generation of bold thinkers to accelerate common solutions, please welcome Caryl M. Stern, Executive Director of the Walton Family Foundation, journalist Rachel Janfaza, and Deanrea Sykes, a college senior attending Howard University.
Good afternoon, and thank you to the Atlantic Festival, Caryl and Deanrea. So as we think about fostering conversation, intergenerational conversation, Deanrea, in your perspective, what does collaboration look like to Gen Z?
Yeah, I think collaboration to Gen Z means providing a space and opportunity for our generation to have idea exploration and to tackle the controversial issues of today. I think in many indirect philosophical senses, my generation, we are attempting to ask or re-ask questions pertaining to the human condition that we believe generations prior ignored or didn't answer. So I think, for example, in a metaphysical sense, what exists in the universe, or the universe is beyond, or in an epistemological sense, what is knowledge? How do we know things, and how does that influence our beliefs or the things that do or don't exist? I think lastly, in a political sense, the very social and political norms of today, what legitimacy do they still hold today, and why are we still holding on to them? So, yeah.
Okay. And Caryl, with that in mind, how is the Walton Family Foundation thinking about fostering collaboration with the next generation of leaders?
So our research has shown that your generation definitely wants to collaborate. And I think the most remarkable thing we learned in our research was how hopeful and optimistic your generation is. One big difference, though, between yours and mine, aside from the maybe 50 years, is that my generation believed the institutions of this country were going to give us the American dream. And your generation believes you're going to give you the American dream. And that's a really big change. But you're demanding that we do it together. You're a we generation, not a me generation. And you want to collaborate. And yet, 67% of Americans are saying that they can't sit at a table with someone who disagrees with them. They're not prepared to come to that table. So as a foundation, we're working to redefine collaboration. Let's get away from the historical view that collaboration means we have to find those with common ground and come together. Instead, we need to find common solutions. We need to be willing to sit at the table with the people we don't agree with and work towards the things that we all agree our society needs right now. It's too late to start saying this way or that way. We've got to find solutions.
And so Gen Z is often skeptical that today's leaders have the next generation's best interest in mind. What are the implications of that, Deanrea? And Caryl, how do we work to move forward with that?
Yeah, I think our generation sometimes looking at those leaders in power, we're saying that we're looking to replace them, whenever their time is done in their positions of power and social influence. Because it seems as if sometimes, the ideas that being bold social thinkers, it's like there's a hesitation to do that, the generation that are older than us. And we're saying, like, no, we have the ideas, these century-defining ideas that help change this world. And we don't want to wait 50 years, because if we wait 50 years to implement our ideas right now, they'll be 50 years too late. So we want to implement them right now so that we don't stagnate or acquiesce in, our political endeavors. So.
And I think philanthropy has a really unique role in all of that. Philanthropy is built on legacy. It is, usually wealth that has been put together to bring a family together to do good. And we all want to stand on the legacy that has been given to us. But our intentions are really to build the future that we're going to leave behind. And I think that one of the primary messages we're getting from your generation is we have to listen better. We have to be willing to open our ears. We have to make sure there's a seat at the table for you, and that we have to also make sure you've got a microphone in front of that seat. And if the power of our microphone is stronger, then we've got to pass the mic to you. Because it is time for us to understand that this nation doesn't only need identified leaders, it needs a coalition to bring us together.
Absolutely.
Got it. Well, thank you so much to you both, and thank you all. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.